3 rounds of discussion with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from a Zoom call in Columbia, South Carolina, Matthew, aka the Unbreakable Spirit. And his opponent from a Zoom call in Atlanta, Georgia, Daniel, aka the Executioner. Take it away, Matthew.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to At Odds with the Unbreakable Spirit.
And the Executioner, Daniel Travis.
Of course.
Stop, losers.
Quit calling the At Odds faithful losers, please. They may stop listening.
Don't care. Continue.
I am, of course, the Unbreakable Spirit, and my cohort already introduced himself. And we got 3 good topics for you today.
Surprisingly.
One of them I'm not so sure about, but whatever. Number 1, it's about people. We will be talking about The Undertaker being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2022.
Yep. Topic number 2.
Topic number 2 is Cesaro's visit from WWE. He was not released. His contract expired.
And also, according to information, there couldn't be a new agreement reached.
Yes. And the final topic last week was Elimination Chamber, and we got results for that. But before we jump in, I just want to say I was at the Raw after Elimination Chamber, and I'm glad my voice is finally fully healed because it was shot for like 2 or 3 days afterwards.
Yes.
Like, if you haven't experienced pro wrestling live, you
recommend
need to understand why I've fallen asleep when I've been watching it on TV.
Yes, but anyway, topic number 1. The Undertaker being inducted to the Hall of Fame. All I'm going to say is it's about damn time, and he very much deserves it. But now I need to ask this question that needs to be asked on this podcast. Should there be anybody else inducted with The Undertaker?
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that, Executioner. You're actually mentioning something that I wanted to bring up.
Wow, what the hell?
People are saying that there should be no other inductees this year. It should just be The Undertaker. And to put that into perspective for people, the last time we had a single inductee into the Hall of Fame, to my knowledge,
was
the very first induction to the Hall of Fame, which was Andre the Giant.
Yes, and if you ask me, well, it would be a very easy Hall of Fame to do. Just go, here's one person, okay, done. Because for those of you that don't know, the day The Undertaker gets inducted to the Hall of Fame is also the same day as SmackDown, which is also the 10th year anniversary of the End of an Era match, which is kind of very convenient.
Which he was in attendance for and had terrible seats because there was a pillar in his line of sight.
Yes, but but my honest thoughts are The Undertaker has very much, and I'm being like, and I have a lot of respect for The Undertaker, seeing this man wrestle live, at both WrestleManias he fought Triple H.
Yeah.
But I honestly believe The Undertaker deserves it, and the way The Undertaker went out, at least he wasn't forced to retire, going out on his own terms, on the highest note that The Undertaker can go out at. The only way The Undertaker could go out is on a high note, and if you ask me, he did.
I mean, yeah, he even said in his Last Ride documentary that when he retired, he wanted it to be fitting for The Undertaker. And I think it more fitting than a Boneyard match. I forgot to set the timer. But in my defense, my Fitbit's on low battery.
Anyway, but The Undertaker being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame is well deserved, and I have heard The Undertaker quote say, and I quote, if I was in my prime, that he would have wanted to wrestle AJ Styles in his prime. He said that.
That, and I don't mean to poke fun at both of these people, that would be phenomenal.
Yes, but no, but
all right, the timer has started.
Okay, Undertaker being inducted to the Hall of Fame is well deserved. He deserves it. What are your thoughts on this?
Right, the first match that I saw as a wrestling fan was Undertaker versus Shelton Benjamin. And
that just tells you how old Shelton.
The first wrestler I ever saw is now being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And for the record, people, I'm not saying the first recent match I saw was Undertaker versus Shelton Benjamin. No.
That was like a decade.
Gold standard Shelton Benjamin. I'm talking ain't no stopping me now, Shelton Benjamin.
I know that this is kind of off topic, but could WWE just bring that back for Shelton? Honestly.
Yeah. Well, he and Cedric are calling themselves the Hurt Business, so I don't see that happening.
But anyway,
back on topic. And my first pay-per-view, the first match, the first world title match I saw was Undertaker versus Rey Mysterio.
Yes, which Undertaker won.
Later, my first WrestleMania, Undertaker versus Triple H. Like, many of my first as a wrestling fan was involved the Undertaker. And to think that he retired and is now being inducted is just...
But the question I have is, I have two questions. One, should there be anybody else? And if so, who? And second question, who the bloody hell should induct the Undertaker?
Okay, I have like 3, technically 4 options for inducting him. But personally, no disrespect to any wrestler, I don't think there should be else. It should just be Undertaker.
No.
As for inductors...
Okay.
Sorry, were you going to say something?
Nope, go ahead. Continue.
I have 4 options, but technically 2 of them would be 1. Number 1, Kane.
If he's not busy being mayor.
Yeah, number 2 and 3, Paul Bearer's sons, who took the Hall of Fame induction in honor of their late father. And number 3, the man who, to my knowledge, had victories over The Undertaker, and one of them at WrestleMania, who was also the first man to fight Undertaker in back-to-back years at WrestleMania,
Shawn Michaels. Okay. What if not Shawn, then who?
Vince McMahon.
Undertaker
has been loyal to Vince for so many years. Keep in mind, people, he worked for WWE for 30 years.
Well, don't forget, for those of you that
3-0, Bub.
For those of you that also don't know, Undertaker did spend a small time at WCW.
But that was before he was signed to WWE.
Yes, but if you ask me, well, Paul Bearer's kids would be nice. Cade would be nice. I honestly think it should be Vince just because of how many years and apparently because of how close they are, of how close friends they are with each other.
Yeah, and let's just forget the era where Undertaker was basically Vince's bitch.
Uh,
You know,
uh,
that rivalry with Shane,
oh yeah, I completely forgot about
where Shane
that.
jumped off Hell in a Cell for like the
No,
10,980th time.
no, that was the first time he did it. He's only done it twice.
I know, but considering how much dumb shit Shane does at WrestleMania on a yearly basis, mind you.
I mean, hell, there's not even the fact, which is a topic for itself, that Shane McMahon got fired. That's another topic.
Yeah, because he messed up the Rumble.
But anyway, not important.
Yeah, that's
At
not
all.
important. That's not what we're talking about.
Sorry, but
Sorry,
if
Shane, but you're not important in this podcast.
next week. But all right, next week probably.
Maybe, probably not. It's irrelevant at this point.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if you
we got about a minute 10
hang
left.
on, hang on. That's nice, but look, I was gonna say like one of the very first wrestlers I got introduced to was The Undertaker. Back when he
Yeah,
was
though
having
you found wrestling a different way from me.
yes, through a friend of ours, and then I just basically did online research, and the rest is sort of history. But
I taught you what you knew at first.
yes, but anyway, my honest final thoughts on this is The Undertaker deserves to be inducted. Now, who should be inducted with him? I don't know, but I'm honestly glad that The Undertaker can be, well, he was already immortalized, but even more immortalized. I don't even know if that's a word.
Yeah, my final thoughts, which I've been many time for, is just this. Thank you, Taker. Thank you, Taker.
But the last thing I will say is Undertaker, if you ask me, deserves this retirement, and I honestly don't think that he'll come out of retirement.
Oh, I don't either. And the timer just went off, so how about we take a quick break before we talk about the Swiss Superman finally leaving WWE. And we're back with someone not getting released due to budget cuts.
What?
As in they didn't get fired.
What?
Shut up. But yes, the Swiss Cyborg, the Swiss Superman, whatever you want to call him,
quietly
left WWE.
What are your thoughts? Before I say my thoughts.
I'm honestly surprised, but I also heard creative didn't really have anything for Cesaro, so at the same time, I'm not surprised.
I mean, I gotta be honest with you guys for a quick sec. I have really felt that WWE, this is another major talent that WWE dropped the ball with. And if you ask me, after that moment that he had at WrestleMania 30 where he body slammed the Big Show over the top rope, WWE just should have just strapped a rocket to that dude.
Yeah, and I just realized for a few, maybe for like a minute or two, I forgot to set the timer, but it's going now.
Oh my God.
Hey,
But,
at least it wasn't as long as last segment.
But yes, Cesaro quietly leaving WWE is a surprise, but considering how much the WWE didn't really do anything, I mean, he did well. He
should have been a world champion.
Yes, but here's another question that I have to ask. With Cesaro quietly exiting WWE, and keep this in mind, Matthew.
Should we actually call him Cesaro, or can we now call him Claudio?
Whatever, I don't care. But with Claudio Cesaro, whatever the hell, leaving WWE, where should he go? Because keep this in mind, he does not have a 90-day no-compete clause. He can show up literally anywhere.
True. I think he should call up his buddy Chris Hero and be like, hey, bud, want to reunite the Kings of Wrestling?
I mean, if you ask me, Cesaro could Claudio could do very well in Impact. He could do very well in New Japan. I honestly believe that he would probably do well maybe in AEW. I'm not really sure.
We definitely see a different side of him.
Yes. I mean, if you ask me, I just hope wherever Claudio goes in professional wrestling that he actually gets a rocket strapped onto him in WWE. He's like, oh shit, what did we do?
Yeah. Like, no matter what, WWE at some point is going to realize
We fucked
we,
up.
we should have made this man a top star.
Yeah, because, see, I've always sort of had this problem, and I've had this problem with WWE for a while, but I've never wanted to say this, but I'm going to. WWE has, besides Roman Reigns, WWE has not really built up any future stars.
Well, they were, well, whenever they push someone, WWE Creative and Vince think it's going nowhere and they cancel the push. Like, the only stars that have been built up and over pushed, in my opinion, and this may be a hot take.
It's a wrestling podcast. What do you expect?
Okay, both of them are probably going to be hot takes. You actually mentioned one of them, Roman Reigns.
Oh.
With
His current version of Roman.
Well, okay, this one he isn't being overpushed. I'm talking about like
the big dog.
Yeah, the big dog Roman Reigns. That version of Roman was overpushed.
Yeah.
And the other one is Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I think
she is literally being handed opportunities.
Well, I think the only reason that WWE continues to push Charlotte Flair is one particular reason. Her dad's
her daddy, and her daddy isn't even a part of WWE at the current moment.
I've heard, actually, this is something I have heard that Ric Flair doesn't want to go back there. That's something I've heard.
I don't blame him. And with the state WWE is currently in, like, don't get me wrong, like, when you're attending WWE live, it's fun and everything.
But when you're watching
TV,
it's kind of predictable.
Like I said last week, I have fallen asleep on Monday while watching Monday Night Raw.
I mean,
I think that also happened this previous Monday.
I think it probably also has something to do with Monday Night Raw being 3
wait, sorry, not this previous Monday, the week before this previous Monday.
Yeah, because
I was having this previous. I literally said that in the intro and I totally forgot.
Yes, but if you ask me, Cesaro, this needs to be said, but Cesaro is a very, very, very talented wrestler, and I believe that no matter where Cesaro goes, that Cesaro's gonna have good matches. But let me ask you this: what are some matches you want to see Cesaro or Claudio have now that he's not a part of WWE?
I really need to watch the indie scene.
Yes,
and this can kind of be our final thoughts. But to be fair, I don't know what. But to be fair, Ring of Honor is, as far as I know, still on hiatus.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what channels to watch the indie scene on. But all I can say really is best of luck to Antonio Cesaro / Claudio Castagnoli.
My final thoughts are, I hope that wherever Cesaro goes, whether it's in the new Ring of Honor, whether it's in New Japan, whether it's in AEW, whether it's in Impact, I hope he goes to wherever company he goes and makes WWE regret it.
Yeah, I do too. And we're going to take a quick break before the prediction battle results.
Yes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the third and final topic of today's episode.
Prediction battle results.
Yes, we had Elimination Chamber, which took place in Saudi Arabia. That is a topic. Seriously.
Yeah, literally we had to watch this at noon.
Yes.
Put that in perspective, I woke up like an hour prior to that.
Yeah, you don't really do that a whole lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, the first match, the pre-show match, and it wasn't even true that there wasn't even going to be a pre-show match.
It was actually the ones we predicted, but for some reason, pre-show.
Yes, we got The Miz versus Cesaro. No, we got The Miz versus Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio.
The Miz versus in a match that was, from what I saw, well, it's Miz and Rey Mysterio, so you knew it was going to be awesome.
Hashtag bad joke. But anyways, after
Miz pulled some Eddie Guerrero maneuvers that got Dominic Mysterio rejected from ringside.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio won.
Yes, which means you won.
Chalk one up for your boy.
Then we had
the timer running in this segment.
Yes, this is the final segment.
Okay, but let's just.
Nah, you know what? Nah, forget it. Nah, forget it. All right, the next match was for the Universal Championship. Goldberg versus the head of the table, Roman Reigns.
Now, I just want to call out a friend of ours. I'm not going to say his name by name, but he said he was going all in on Goldberg. I hate to tell you, man, but we told you so. I literally told him I don't think Goldberg's going to win because he's past his prime.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Roman Reigns won. But also
Chalk another one up for your boy.
No. Oh wait. Yes, you're right. You got Roman. Even though we both knew Roman was gonna win.
Yeah.
I remember you chose Roman even though I chose Goldberg, even though I'm like, yeah, Roman Reigns is. And for those of you that don't know,
well, I didn't really leave you with an option. If it was a triple threat match, on the other hand,
for those of you that
want to pick Goldberg anyways.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, this is kind of important. Roman Reigns has had the longest world title reign in the past 35 years. Yes, Ron Simmons is there, but and Roman Reigns won. What happened is Roman Reigns got hit with a spear, countered jackhammer into a rock bottom maneuver, then countered a jackhammer into a guillotine, and then made Goldberg pass out. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been cool to see the jackhammer, especially since
Goldberg
was sort of calling for it by pointing up to the sky.
Yeah, not a great plan, Goldberg.
Hey, it's better than Roman going, ooh, ah,
good
before
point.
doing a spear.
Sometimes.
At least Goldberg's is silent.
Yeah, okay. And then we had the Women's Elimination Chamber, which was Bianca Belair versus Liv Morgan versus Doudrop versus Rhea Ripley versus Nikki ASH versus Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, neither of us
No.
got this one right.
Yeah, no.
Neither of us picked the EST of WWE. Bianca won.
Yep.
And just to let you guys know, for this one, my pick was Rhea Ripley.
My
Travis's
pick.
was Doudrop, but remember, we let Siri choose for us.
Not a great plan, I will admit.
Well, how else are we supposed to do these?
Anyway, the next match was Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. Oh wait, by the way, this is the match was meh, alright, but there was also a really scary spot. I don't know if you saw this when Madcap sort of landed on his head.
I saw it like it was shown on Raw, I believe.
Yeah, it was a reverse Alabama slam, and he landed on his head.
Oh god. But anyways,
Drew won.
1 point up. Wait, Drew won?
Yes,
oh, yeah.
Drew
So
won.
Shark 1 up for the Executioner.
Yeah.
But honestly, I didn't believe in my pick anyways.
No. But then, in my professional opinion, the match of the night was for the Raw Women's Championship. It was Lita versus Big Time Becky Lynch.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal match.
Yes, and I'm
not saying that because of topic 1. I legitimately think, much like Doudrop versus Bianca the next night, or 2 nights later.
Yeah, 2 nights later.
It was the match of the night.
Now, I will admit, I honestly thought that Lita was gonna win.
Then why didn't you choose her? That would have given me another point.
And then the champ won. Yeah,
so Chuck 2 up, or another point up for him.
Yes. And then we had actually, we're just going to skip this match because it was for the SmackDown Tag Team title match that never happened.
Yeah, so that prediction was pointless.
Yeah, because
I even removed it from our chart thingy that I made.
Yeah, and for those of you that are wondering, why did we remove this? Because Viking Raiders came out, Usos came up and beat them up, and then suplexed another Viking Raider on another. That's it.
Yeah, so basically a pre-match sold instead of starting the match. Got canceled.
I really hate to say this, but they could have just dragged one guy in the ring and then just forced the referee to ring the bell.
Yeah, but they didn't do that.
Stupid heel. Come on. That's what I would have done.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm pretty sure this is the next match.
This is
Rousey and Naomi versus Charlotte and Sonya.
Yes. Ronda's okay, and okay. Yeah, Ronda Rousey and Naomi won. Oh, and keep in mind, Ronda Rousey wrestled with one hand tied behind her back.
Yeah, which just makes it more impressive. But chalk another one up for your boy.
Yes, and then
by this point, it was kind of sort of becoming clear I was going to win this one.
Yes, and then we had the Elimination Chamber, which we will rant about in a couple seconds, FYI.
Yes, but first off, I just remembered this.
What?
Oh, wait, sorry, I had a brain fart. For some reason, my mind rewound to January. Yes. And I was thinking of the Women's Rumble. The Chambers weren't that good this year.
No, we have.
But I think I know
Hey,
what you're
hey.
talking about.
Yeah. Hang on. Wait a second. All right. The participants were the almighty Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory versus AJ Styles versus Matt.
No, it's just
Riddle.
Riddle.
Whatever. Matt Riddle, I don't give a damn.
Potato.
Versus AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins. And, yeah.
Did you mention Lesnar?
Oh, yeah, and Brock Lesnar. But, oh, yeah. So here's what happened in this match. It started off pretty good. Then then Seth Rollins wanted to hit a buckle bomb on a pod, which broke the pod, which took Bobby Lashley out of the match, which apparently Bobby Lashley was dealing with a shoulder injury since January.
Yeah,
and he's going to be out for 4 months.
And due to the him like hitting his head on a metal beam or something, concussion protocol was put into effect, and he was removed from the chamber.
But seriously, that's what I've heard. It was a shoulder injury.
Oh, wow. So he's going to be out for 4 months?
Yeah, because he needs surgery. That's what I've heard.
So his match against Lesnar, the Garden, is not happening?
Correct.
Okay.
So, and then Riddle, then people came out, and then Brock Lesnar, this mother trucker, just literally was in his pod, waiting.
And
Bobby Lashley,
apparently it was Bobby Lashley's turn to enter, but since he wasn't there, this man Lesnar kicks the pod door down.
No. First he punches it, and then he's like, He's like, screw it. and then what happened? Oh, yeah. F5.
Yeah, he cleaned house until it was basically like him and Austin Theory.
Yeah, then Austin Theory
was about to shit his pants.
Yes,
then so he decided to climb on top of a pod.
Not yet.
Sorry.
You're getting ahead of yourself, buddy. But first he tried
to at least climbed up the wall. First
he ran away, as he should.
Lesnar gave chase.
He kicked Lesnar in the balls, and they gave him a drop kick and then pinned him. But that didn't work. Then he tried to run. Then he almost got out. Then he got on top of a pod. Lesnar removed his gloves and then gave him, oh my God, I thought the kid was dead.
Yeah, I'm surprised Austin Theory is alive.
Because, see, Lesnar removed his gloves. He's like,
which means shit is getting real.
Yes, he climbed up, almost escaped, which begs the question, what the hell would have happened if he did?
And, I don't know what Austin Theory was thinking. He probably pissed Lesnar off when he went below the belt.
Yeah, then Lesnar dragged him, slammed his face, then lifted him on his shoulders, like, oh God. F5.
Austin Theory was
flying,
twitching afterwards. He was having muscle spasms, but not as bad as Sin Cara when he got powerbombed through that ladder by Sheamus in the Money in the Bank match.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, Sin Cara was spazzing like crazy.
Botchakara.
Yeah, and Austin Theory, who somehow miraculously survived, was little twitches. I wouldn't be surprised if he had nerve damage or all his brain cells got destroyed.
But yeah, then Bobby Lashley won the match and...
Not BL is the correct...
Brock Lesnar won the match.
And none of us got that one right.
But now, see, the reason we're gonna rant is because, ladies and gentlemen, and apparently this is confirmed, at night 2 of WrestleMania, we will be getting Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
Winner take all.
Which thoughts, please? Give me your thoughts.
Does he need the Universal title?
Who?
He's Brock Lesnar. He's already the WWE champion.
But it begs the question: was he supposed to beat Roman at day 1? I wonder. And then Roman
I don't know.
got. And then because if you ask me, my question is: are they gonna unify them?
I hope not.
Why?
Because it's like, what's the point of having a Universal title and a World title if you're just going to unify them? What's the point of the brand split if you're just going to unify them?
Agreed. But my honest thoughts on this is it makes no sense. And I mean, do I think Brock Lesnar? I know that this is way ahead of time, way ahead of our prediction for that match. But does Roman Reigns? Okay, who needs to win? I don't know. But should it be the Tribal Chief? Yes, but then it'd be impossible to get the world title off of him.
Yeah.
So, yes, and
Unless
then
someone catches in Money in the Bank and we get a first loss that isn't a disqualification.
Yes, but and also, by the way, those of you that don't know, I lost the prediction battle and had to watch.
You have not watched it yet. Don't lie.
No, I already have actually.
Oh yeah. The punishment was you had to watch the worst movie from the year you were born, and 1997's worst movie, according to Google, is Joel Schumacher's Batman Robin. Tell me, now knowing that this is the worst movie from the year you were born, has your opinion changed a bit?
Which also came out the day before I was born.
Yes.
But, okay. See, for those of you that I was watching while I was coming down to Florida, because I figured might as well. But,
yeah.
I watched it, and I have to say, I gotta be honest with you guys, folks, for a quick second. That was the first time I've watched that movie in a while, and even I thought it was torture just to watch that shit again. Because I gotta be honest for a quick second. There were things in that movie that I honestly completely forgot about. Like,
did you forget about the ice puns?
No, I remember that shit. No. The thing that I'm talking about is I completely forgot that Barbara, whatever the hell her last name is, was Alfred's niece in that movie.
Yeah.
And not to mention the major problem that I now have with that movie is Bruce is like, oh yeah, she's family, we can trust her. I'm like, you just met her and just.
And also, can I just ask this?
Go.
What happened to her British accent?
Yeah, I don't know.
She was visiting from England, and when she didn't have an English accent. Like what? When she stepped foot in Gotham?
Yep, pretty much.
What was up with the schoolgirl outfit?
Yeah, college.
It looked like a schoolgirl.
But yeah, I will say I thought that all the puns and stuff was bad. My God, the puns in that movie were just terrible. But yeah, I watched the movie.
Are you kidding? The opening line was terrible.
Yes.
I want a car. Take the car. If I were George Clooney in that movie, I'd be like,
what the?
Shut up, Robin.
Okay. Also,
This is why Superman works alone.
I think also I need to mention this, but I also completely forgot that Alfred was dying in that movie.
Oh yeah, he had McGregor syndrome.
Wow. But sorry, I know we're going off chat about this movie, but I never want to watch.
Don't we?
I'm sorry, but this needs to be said. I don't care if this is on the fucking record. This movie's utter horseshit. I never want to watch it again.
Yeah, it is legit fair Shiza.
Yes. But
that's German for people who don't speak it.
Yes.
Horseshit.
But also, the last thing I will say is there were so many things about this movie that were just terrible, and I know I lost the bet. It was a fair man. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll watch the movie. Do I want to watch it?
You just did it to get it over with this time.
Oh, hell yes.
The last time you had to do a punishment, you procrastinated.
Yep. But yeah, my honest final thoughts on this. That movie is one of the worst movies I have ever watched, and I never want to watch it again.
If my memory serves, Fastlane is not happening this year.
I think.
They didn't advertise it at Elimination Chamber. Which means, people, there will not be a prediction battle for March unless there's like a takeover or something.
Probably.
There probably is. But if there isn't, the next prediction battle we do will be the WrestleMania prediction battle.
2 nights. So.
And hey, we're probably gonna have a really big punishment for that one.
Oh, and for the record, and I want people to know this, we're gonna have 2 separate punishments for both nights.
So if one person wins night 1 and the other person wins night 2, each of us will have to do a punishment.
Yes, but yes.
Thank you for listening to At Odds, hosted by the Unbreakable Spirit
and the Executioner,
edited by the Unbreakable Spirit. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MTS_life_0126.
You can follow me on Instagram at DanTravis121, and you can also follow me on the Twitter at DanTheExecutioner21.
And you can follow the podcast at Odds Podcast. We'll be back next week with more debates and discussions. But until then, the Executioner and the Unbreakable Spirit will still be at odds.
Thank you, losers.